what you would actually do if you could travel through time. I've been really sat down and thought about it. Well, I have. Well, actually, I've done more than think about it. I've managed it. Now, I won't bore you with the technical details, but I basically jump back, do what I want to do, and then jump back and see what's happened. I mean, maybe you thought about stopping Hitler. Now, that's a really noble and courageous thing to try. I mean, you could be killed. Well, I tried 5 times, succeeded twice. Both times the war lasted an extra 10 years, killing millions more than it previously did. Or maybe you'd make millions or billions on the stock exchange to end homelessness and hunger. Again, it's really noble. People would remember you forever. Well, I tried that 6 times in different ways. Every single time it led to a financial depression that spread war and famine across Europe and America and China. Now, look, maybe I'm doing this wrong, but I think I'm a pretty smart person. Or maybe you'd use it to get the one that got away.
Thank you so much for asking me to come to dinner. I've never been here before. What would you recommend?
Oh, well, the steak is amazing, but I also like the lobster. But they've got a really varied menu.
Oh, I thought you knew I was a vegetarian. Well, let's look at the menu.
Oh, well, that was the first mistake. But with time travel, I had as many tries as I like to make him fall in love with me. Now, I know that's not the most honest thing to do, but isn't that what we all want? For someone to give us a chance to be what they want.
Thank you so much for asking me to come to dinner. I've never been here before. What would you recommend?
Well, I knew you were vegetarian, so I asked about the best dishes. Now, the mushroom risotto is amazing, but I think you'd also like the spinach and feta filo pie.
How sweet of you. Are they both dairy free?
Excuse me a moment. Okay, so the whole food thing was a minefield, but we got through it. Meant I couldn't order the steak or the lobster, but look at that face. I mean, I'd do anything for him. By the 43rd try, we'd made it through desserts. We had a bit of a chit-chat. I defended him on my thoughts of physics and chemistry and sports and, well, a lot of things. But I've gotten really good at this now.
This is so strange. After my ex left me, I didn't think I'd feel as close to anyone as I do to you, and in such a short time.
I know exactly how you feel. It's like we've known each other forever. I'm so glad I invited you tonight. I just wish this night didn't have to end.
Well, I do have a strict rule about being back in bed alone by 1 a.m. on the first few dates. But I know what you mean. I don't want this night to end.
Well, maybe you could bend your rule for me and maybe bend a few other things as well. Okay, I know you won't like this, but I've tried a few variations of it. Well, maybe you could come to mine for a quickie and I get you home by 1 a.m. I think rules are very important. Maybe I could break yours and you could punish me until the early hours. That's okay. I don't mind doing it on the settee. What if we started in the kitchen and I promised to finish by 1 a.m. so you can get into bed? Could I at least watch you sleep naked? Okay, I was a bit of a pig, but I changed. Would it be nice to get a little action? But it wasn't all that I wanted. I was in love.
Well, I do have a strict rule about being back in bed alone by 1 a.m. on the first few dates, but I know what you mean. I don't want this night to end.
I totally respect that. I mean, I've got a similar rule. If the person's right, then what's the rush?
Exactly. I mean, do two people even need a physical relationship for them to spend their lives together?
Excuse me? What?
It's so refreshing to meet someone like you. Someone that just gets me. I know it's early, but I think I might be falling for you.
Yeah. Just go back a second. About the physical thing.
I mean, two people could easily be fulfilled by just staring into each other's eyes, right?
Huh. Yeah, I mean, you've got amazing eyes.
I thought tonight was just going to be a bit of fun, something to take my mind off my ex. But now we've spent this time together, I could stare into your eyes forever.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think time is something you should really mess with. If something's meant to be, the universe will find a way. Right?
Have you ever actually wondered what it'd be like if you could travel through time? I mean, really sat down and thought about it? Well, I have. In fact, I've done more than think about it. I've managed it. Now, I won't bore you with the technical details, but basically what I do is that I jump back through time, do what I want to do, and then jump back again and see what's happened. Maybe you thought you could stop the First World War. You can't. I've tried this many, many times, and I've always just made it worse. Or maybe you thought you could win millions and billions of money on the lottery and feed starving people or solve homelessness. People would remember you forever. I've tried this 6 times in different ways, and somebody always thinks you're cheating. Or maybe you used it to get the one that got away.
Thank you so much for inviting me to dinner. I mean, I've never been here before. What would you recommend?
I think you'd really like the steak.